Hello, everyone out there in YouTube land. This is Phoenix Draconis, and this is Kaon Reviews. Now, as you saw in the intro, today's review video is going to focus on the ToyHax labels for Legacy Minerva. And I was actually surprised that they had a set. I was looking up, the labels for the core class Spike Witwicky, because he had made a mention, or I should say, Patriot Prime had made a mention that there was a ToyHax label set for that particular figure. Now, for anyone who's seen my previous reviews of the third-party water labels that I put on there, that was a unique experience, mind you. So when I was looking through the ToyHax site, I wound up stumbling across the labels for Minerva, and I'm like, ooh, I gotta go ahead and get me this set. So when I had the opportunity, I got the labels for the core class figures that included Spike Witwicky, but also for Minerva, as well as for Legacy RC, which you have seen a review of her label set in the previous review. So let's go ahead and take a look at the labels themselves. So this is the first label. As you can tell, there's a lot of reflective labeling on there, on this white backing. And I have to say that is very, very nice. Now there's a couple of labels in here, and it shows it's a customized license plate that says Minerva. So that is cool. And then, of course, you have the labels. I'm assuming it's got to be for her chest. I'll have to look on the website specifically for this so I can see where this goes. But from what I am seeing on here, I have to say it's gotta be for her chest, but I could be mistaken on that. So we will see as we progress. But this is the first label here. Now, label set number 2 is on here. A lot of white pieces on here, some gray on here as well. So very, very interesting. Again, I'll have to, like I said, I'll have to look at the site so I can be able to get the right ones. Now, it is a safe assumption that these blue pieces are for her windshield on the side as well as on the top, or in the front, I should say. In addition, we do see some M13 on here and emergency. Again, I will take a look at the website. And finally, this set right here. And again, some more detail. Now I'm assuming this small piece right here are for her optics. Now, whether or not I'm actually going to put those on there, I cannot say for sure. But there they are, all 4. And I'm looking forward to seeing how these turn out. So before we go any further, I'm going to go ahead and start off with before as well as after. So I'm going to start off with before in both robot mode as well as vehicle mode. Now here we have Minerva in robot mode, and as you can tell, they really Hasbro really did a total rework as well as recolor of her chest as well as her bot mode basically entirely, including the head sculpt. It's a far different cry from Elita 1, though I have to say it's the vehicle mode is the same. There's nothing different with the exception of the light bar that we have in the back here. You in Elita 1's case, you do see like the top of her helmet. Again, I was not all that jazzed about it, though. For some reason, again, it could be just the coloring, but for some reason, the different color schemes worked a hell of a lot better than with Elita 1. And for anyone that's seen my review of Minerva here, you can tell, I mean, they knocked it out of the park with this one. So I'm very, very impressed with the way she did. Now, I did recall seeing a third-party website that offered a 3D print that will replace the chest and give her that headmaster gimmick. The only problem with that is I do not have her Titan or headmaster to do that. So unless I wind up more than likely spending a absorbent amount of money for that little headmaster, this will be the only copy of Minerva I will have. But if I do wind up with a second copy, more than likely I will either keep her in the box or eventually get that Titan or headmaster and do that. Unless, one of the other ones like Go Better Studios or some of the other third-party add-on make a set for this, then I may go ahead and work with it. But again, I would need to go ahead and make sure I have the transformable head for this. So, but we're not talking about that right now, even though I just spouted it out. We're talking about Minerva. So again, this is a very good figure. I'm very impressed. The backpack, though large, does work very well. I have no complaints about that. And I mean, again, I'm very impressed with what I have. So there is Minerva before. And after. Here is Minerva all labeled up in her robot mode, and I have to say, wow. I mean, it really breaks up the monotony of a lot of the white that's on this figure. And as you will see momentarily, even in vehicle mode, you will see how amazing this set really makes this figure. I mean, as we get closer, you're going to see, I'm going to zoom in on her face here. You'll see that reflective blue optics that I was able to give her. And I have to say, I'm going to try and just make sure that stays in there. I mean, holy cow. You see where in her helmet she's got the little red deals at the front of her helmet. On her crest, silver reflective backing, her reflective eyes. It even allowed a space on the figure originally for an Autobot symbol to be put on there. So I wound up putting one on there. Some reflective sticker that pretty much almost looks like the power indicator when she goes into head on. She's got the red cross symbol on both shoulders. Here on her crotch area, she's got some reflective blue labels here. And on the back, which I had some problems with this set here. This one and on this side. This is basically supposed to complete the front area around her abdomen. And it does, in a way, it does give that illusion. The only problem was that in the on the site, it labeled these as 30 and not 31. Now, these that you see on the back here, these are 30. This is supposed to be 31, but for some reason they labeled these as 30. So you're going to have some confusion on that. So I'm just letting you know in advance. So when you see on the ToyHax instructions, if they say 31, it's actually 30. And if this says 30, it's actually 31. So there you go. Now going on, you have some reflective stickers here for the kneecap, a red outline border around her shin, and a shin plate right here. So wow. And let's go ahead and take a look at the back area here. So you do see some more the Red Cross symbol here. You do see some a reflective sticker for the bumper, the lights. Again, a lot of this is going to wind up carrying over in vehicle mode. But you do see the hood here, which breaks up the monotony of that white. So there she is. And it doesn't hinder the transformation in any way, shape, or form. So that is oh so awesome. Oh, and by the way, there is a yes, I'm going to try and show you here. So there is a sticker outline that goes around the waist here. Doesn't go all the way, but it does go partial. So it goes from here all the way to the front. So that kind of completes the illusion of of her back. So very, very nice. I'm going to go ahead and zoom out at this point. And I did accidentally move that out of the way. So there she is. And I have to say, like I said, this sticker said greatly enhanced the figure very, very well. I am so glad that I just stumbled upon this when I did. And man, I mean, if Patriot Prime did not originally mention about the label sets for some of the core class figures like Spike, I probably would not have found this, at least not anytime soon. So I'm glad for him. So, shout out to him. But other than that, there she is in robot mode. Now, let's go ahead and take a look at her vehicle mode before as well as after. Now, here we have Minerva in vehicle mode, and I have to say it could be because of the color scheme that they put on her. But this vehicle mode works a hell of a lot better than it did with Elita 1. Again, I know I'm beating a dead horse on this, but that is my opinion. And oh my god, this is a very nice vehicle mode for her. This turned out a lot better. I think they should have released her like this and given Elita 1 a totally different vehicle mode. But again, that's my opinion, guys. So moving on, as you can tell, there's a lot of good molded detail, a lot of expansive white on here. And I'm thinking that one piece that I had shown you earlier, this one, I think it's supposed to go here. Yes. Yes, definitely. So it goes right here. I thought originally it was supposed to go on the chest, but I mean, but as you can tell, this one also has the same over here as well. I just now noticed it. So I mean, who knows? Who knows how that's going to look? I will decide on which one I will choose. But moving on with the vehicle mode, you do see, she's got visible robot over here. But again, I'm not showing her off like this. This vehicle mode is very nice. Got that clear blue transparent plastic here, which you can actually, I don't know if you can see it. Yeah, you can see it. Her underpants on there. So very interesting. Um, but I mean, I like it. I really like this mode for this figure. I mean, it works out very well. But enough of me babbling. Let's go ahead and take a look at her after. And here we are, Minerva, or I should say, here is Minerva in vehicle mode. And holy shit, this set really did wonders. As I showed you earlier, a lot of the labels do carry over from robot mode, but this set really made this vehicle mode pop. I mean, as you can tell, it definitely breaks up the monotony of all the white. Despite the fact the red cross is on there, we had two different variations for this particular hood. We have one with the red cross and Autobot logo, and we have one without it. I decided on putting the Autobot logo, or taking the one with the Autobot logo on there, and wow, I have to say I'm very, very impressed with the labels themselves. I mean, good gravy. This is definitely a set that I am so grateful that I stumbled upon. And you can tell you have the vanity license plate that says Minerva. Ooh, I have her upside down. I'll have to straighten that one out. You got the reflective grill on there, blue headlights, a lot of the red cross on here, the emergency, the label M13, which is probably what she was labeled for in her original G1 mode. You have the blue reflective windshield on all sides. You also got some silver reflective along the top here. And let me take this off. Now, there were some reflective, but I'm not sure if it was for the top or underneath. So I just decided just go ahead and leave those out there. And of course, what I was mentioning earlier, this one, however, was labeled number 31, when in fact this label set, or this portion, is labeled number 30. So if you see it, just go by the shape of it. So it would be this one right here, this set right here. Those would go back here. So, and then of course, like I said, this carries over from her legs onto the back here. And of course, she's got like a little blinker in the back. So, I mean, holy cow, this is a good looking set. I am very impressed with this. Now, of course, don't know if I mentioned it, but I really wish they had painted her rims, so it breaks up the paint. I may wind up doing that myself, but who knows. But other than that, wow. Like I said, I'm very impressed with the way. Oh, one other thing I did forget. There was also some reflective labels for the mirrors as well. Very, very nice. I'm very impressed with that. So, wow. So let me go ahead and make some minor adjustments, especially for the vanity plate. And, I'll come back and give you my final thoughts as well as my score. Now, as you can see, standing next to Minerva, I have Legacy RC from the previous video. And I wanted to show, once again, another ToyHax, enhancement of the figure. But not bad at all. I'm going to go ahead and take the blue girl out of here. And we're going to focus on Minerva. And I cannot stop gushing over this set. This set really enhanced the look of this figure. I am very, very impressed. I cannot say any more about it. And if I have to go ahead and give a score on a scale of 1 through 10, I'm going to go ahead and give this set a 10. One of the very few 10s I give in any review. And it's very well deserved. Granted, there was a lot of small parts, but I was able to manage. And I think I'm getting a little bit better with my application prowess on this. But nonetheless, this is a good set. And I would definitely recommend it to anyone who has this figure. So that is my take on the label set. I want to hear from you. Have you gotten this figure? In addition, have you gotten this label set for this figure? And if you did you like it? Did you hate it? Leave me a comment in the comment section down below. Like, share, subscribe to my channel. Click onto the bell icon so you can be notified when I post up new videos. Now, as always, I like to go ahead and thank everyone who has supported this channel in any shape, form, or way. I really appreciate you just joining me on what I call my magic carpet ride. And I'd like to go ahead and continue making these awesome videos. This is Phoenix Draconis, and I will catch you all on the flip side. Peace.